So I thought it would be fun because we have a lot of new people, just in general in Fitme, and I want to start introducing people as they come. But that I thought maybe we could just start with each other for tonight. And so I know we don't normally do this on the Sunday call, but I want to take a quick like 2 or 3 minutes, and I would love to go around. And as long as you can turn on your sound, I would love for you just to introduce yourself, say where you live, and one interesting thing about you. Anything under the sun. It can be something you liked growing up. It can be your favorite food. It can be, a hobby or a skill that you have. It could be an instrument that you play. It could be something quirky that is your like favorite thing. Like it could be anything. There's no wrong answer. So we'll go around and I will try to, because you guys can't like see each other, we'll just kind of go through and I'll just call your name. So your name, where you live, and anything interesting about you that you want to share. So we're going to start with Virginia because you're next to me on the grid.
Hi. So I'm Virginia. I live in Southern Maryland. And an interesting thing about me, I lived in Saudi Arabia for 3 years.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Lisa, you're up.
Woo! Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm 47. I live in northern Idaho in the Panhandle. And interesting thing about me, I go to college full time.
I like it. And you also added the age in there. That's optional, guys. You do not have to tell everybody your age, but you still led with that. So now it's okay. I love it. Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm from Sundance, Wyoming, and an interesting fact about me, I used to be a competitive rifle shooter for 10 years.
That's such a cool thing. So cool. How about Raquel? If you can't unmute, that's okay.
Sorry. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Raquel. I live in New Mexico, and we're actually having a WrestleMania weekend.
What does that mean?
It's a WWE. I have an 11-year-old and a 46-year-old who love it, and so we make it a family affair.
Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Have you guys ever gone to one in person?
We have. We went to one just this past October.
So fun.
Not a WrestleMania, but a WWE event.
That's so cool. Well, that's really fun. That's really cool. Let's go with Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah. I live in Southern Maryland myself. I think they were called twin toes. I have web feet.
Oh yeah. Did you leave them that way? I know some people get them split. Did you leave yours?
Hold on, my children are in the back. What'd you say?
I said, did you leave them? Or
yes.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah. Yep. I just have my both feet web toes.
That's cool. You're like a human duck.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Amy. She might not be.
Hi. Sorry. I'm here. I'm unloading. I'm Amy. I'm from Lake Stevens, Washington. I also thought it was funny how Lisa was like, and I'm 47. I was like, I don't remember her asking that. Yeah. I don't know. When I was 17, I swam to Catalina.
From where?
So, from Cabrillo Beach. It's about 26 miles. So it was a goal that I set when I was about 15, and I worked my butt off to get there, and I got to do it. So, now I get to coach.
Did your lips swell up? Did your lips swell up? I heard that's
my tongue turned into this white salt lick. It was very strange. It was really swollen. It was gross.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I chew gum when I swim now.
Oh.
Keeps my mouth closed. So I guess there's 2 interesting facts about me. I always chew gum when I swim.
That's cool. Very interesting fact. Good one. Let's go with Julie.
Hi, I'm Julie. I live in Springfield, Oregon, and I grew up in Alaska, and I'm also 47, and we're adopting a 15-month-old, and the adoption should be finalized in about 3 weeks.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's amazing.
I can't wait.
That is really, really cool. Have you met the baby yet?
We've had her since she was 6 weeks old.
Oh, wonderful.
So she only knows us as her parents, basically.
Oh, congrats, Julie. That's really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to finally be done and over with.
Yes. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Let's go with Victoria.
Hey, Christy. So I'm Victoria. I'm in Sacramento, California, and 45 years old. And the fun thing is I like to build Star Wars Lego kits. It's kind of nerdy, but I really enjoy all the sci-fi stuff.
That's so cool. Do you have like displays of them?
I do. I have the Death Star. I have an X-Wing fighter. I have R2-D2. I have all of them. So, and my kids encourage it. They like enable it. So.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool. I saw somebody on TikTok, like they made one of those wood tables that they pour lacquer in, and they put Star Wars like crafts into where they poured the lacquer. And so then the table basically had like a battle scene happening in the table. It was really cool.
Those are amazing. That would be a pipe dream for me. I would love that.
Yes. I'm going to find that video and send it to you. Good facts. Well, welcome, Victoria. Paige, you're up. Uh-oh, you're muted somehow. I can see you moving your lips, but we can't hear you for some reason. Still muted. It's funny too, because it's showing that you're unmuted. Okay, I'm going to come back to you. You fix it. Stephanie.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Dennis. I live on the, hold on, I'll see if I can turn my video on here. Let's see. Oh, I've got shower head.
It's okay.
I live on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, out near Ocean City. My husband and I have a hobby farm with goats and horses and everything else. And I guess the really cool, fun fact about me is I worked for the Navy for 17 years. And just 3 years ago, I started working for NASA.
That's really cool. Are you close down to Wallops or not quite?
A little over an hour away. Takes me about an hour and 20 minutes to get to work.
Yeah. But that's a pretty drive at least. Well, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. We got a bunch of farmer people with animal skills. How about Cindy?
Hey, Christy, it's Paige. Can you hear me now?
It's working. Yeah, you're up. You're
okay,
good. Paige.
Sorry.
You go then.
Hi. I'm Paige. I live in Lake Stevens, Washington. An interesting thing about me, just because I remembered this last night, we were watching the Final Four. I used to be a cheerleader, high school, and even after high school, I was hired by a company that was based in Hawaii. And so I got to fly to Hawaii multiple times a year in Florida and coach national cheerleading championships and judge and do all kinds of fun stuff.
That is awesome. I didn't know that until you posted that picture.
Yeah, I'd forgotten. My kids were here and we were watching the Final Four, and I was like, I didn't even know it was that big of a deal when I got to go and be on the floor and watch the competition and do all of that. I had no idea how really special that was.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That's a good, interesting fact.
Yes.
Cindy, you're up.
Hey guys, this is Cindy. I live in Bowie, Maryland, and something interesting is I've seen Madonna in concert 7 times.
What? That's amazing.
It was great. She's fabulous.
When was the most recent time?
Probably about 6 years ago.
Cool. Because she still performs, doesn't she? Still now?
Yeah, her last tour was only in like very small clubs and very limited, and I missed that one.
That's really cool. That's a good fact. Paige wrote in the chat she would love to see Madonna.
It's worth it.
I mean, she's one of those people that you probably figure she'll perform for her whole entire life and still be a badass.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Nice one. Nicole, you're up.
Oops. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nicole Hall. I live in Southern Maryland. I am 41 years old. Fun fact about me, I love food. I love to try new recipes, go out to eat, to find new cuisines or dishes, and then try to make them my own. So I am truly a foodie.
What's your most recent new take on something?
Escovitch fish. So I made some tonight for dinner. I picked up a couple packs of whitefish and I did curry fish, and then I did half jerk. So Escovitch fish. So it was really, really good.
What'd you serve it with?
Some quinoa and some sauteed kale.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I was happy with my dinner.
That sounds delicious. That's like,
yep, and I added some veggies. I had some fresh for the curry fish. I added in some peppers, onions, tomatoes, and shallots, just to kind of up the veggie count.
That sounds like 5-star Fitme plate.
It was good, and it was super easy. And the fat was coconut milk.
Oh, that sounds really good. I always tell you this, but you're gonna have to share that recipe in the group. So
will do.
Share it. Thanks. That's awesome, Nicole. Good one. Couple people left on Tika.
Yes, it's good. Hello, I'm Natika, Southern Maryland. I don't have anything interesting, but I have some quirky things. Like I'm probably the only Fitme member who doesn't like raw vegetables. I don't like a lot of vegetables. I didn't grow up in a house that had to eat vegetables, so Fitme is teaching me about vegetables. But I still don't like raw vegetables. They still taste quite like dirt to me. However, I have found one that I like. It's called Sugar Snap Peas, but it's only one brand, and it is good with hummus only, not raw, not by itself.
Not by itself.
Not by itself. No. We have not progressed to that yet.
I feel like every year at the Fitme event, you're gonna like one more raw vegetable.
Good luck with that, Christy. But okay, we'll see.
You know what? You should try to grow some snap peas because they grow pretty well in Maryland, and I bet you'd like them if you grow them.
That's an option.
I mean,
are they pot? Do I grow them in a pot? Do I grow them outside?
Easy. You just grow them. You can grow them in a big pot. You could grow them anything that they could climb onto, like anything next to a fence, they'll climb and just like put their little bean sprout things on the side. But yeah, they're like a super easy thing to grow. You should try it.
Okay, that's worth trying since I found one.
Yeah, and you can grow the one that you like.
Right.
I like it. Good one. Jamie Lynn, you're up.
Hello. So I missed the first couple minutes of the call, but I think I got it. So I'm Jamie Lynn Estelle. I'm from Snohomish, Washington. I'm 34 years old. Something interesting. I just got baby chicks.
What?
And I am so excited. And I'm walking down to the garage to show you.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I didn't know you were going to get chickens.
Oh, how do I do this? How do I turn it around? There we go. Hold on. There they are.
Are these going to be meat chickens or egg chickens?
Egg chickens.
Egg chickens.
Yeah. We go through like 1.5 million eggs every week. So figured might as well just have them.
That's awesome.
We'll see.
I like it. I can't wait to see them when I don't know, I feel like I need to come over for the cold plunge and now to see the baby chickens.
Yeah.
All right, 2 people left. April.
I'm April. I live in Illinois. And an interesting fact about me is I participate in medieval reenactments.
I just love that so much. Very cool. What is there a particular role that you play or something that you repeatedly do when you do that?
Not so much, but I usually do anything fiber arts. So from working on making clothing to spinning wool, anything like that.
That's really amazing. I know someone whose hobby is to make the metal, like armor. What is it called?
They're an armorer.
Yeah, and or like the links, the links.
They do chainmail.
Yes, chainmail. I will connect you with her. That's really cool, April. That's a very good fact. All right, Kristen, I think you're last. Hold on a second. You are still muted. You gotta unmute. There you go.
Yeah, just in time. I've got to get driving here. Hold on 1 second.
Just go ahead. I'm going to ride with him.
Alrighty.
All right, and then do me a favor. Start to explore and then get in.
Alrighty.
Make sure it starts.
Okay. Sorry. My husband's truck broke down. I've been sitting on the side of the road waiting for him to get his truck on the tow truck.
Oh no.
So yeah, he's had a long day. So anyway, I'm Kristen and I'm 52 and I live in just outside of York, Pennsylvania. And I've been kind of distracted. I'm not really sure what I want to say for a fun fact about myself.
Anything under the sun. What's your favorite thing to do?
Last summer I started kayaking.
I like it.
And then in the winter I like to cross country ski.
Those are both really cool. I love that, Kristen.
Thanks.
Thanks for sharing that. Drive careful.
I will do.
All right, guys. I thought that was, I feel like we don't get to do that enough. I know that took a little bit of time on our call, but I want us to get to know each other better. We spend this, time together on Sundays and during the week. And it's just, we have such cool, incredible people as a part of Fitme. And I think that connecting with each other can make this whole journey that we're on just to like live a healthy lifestyle and like take good care of ourselves gets even better when we connect with each other. So thanks for sharing that. And I love hearing where everybody's from and like interesting things about you. 2 really quick announcements. First, if you missed the training this past week, so I did a training on like 7-day productivity. So if you find like you're kind of all over the place with your schedule, you're having a hard time with like follow through, I did a free training that had a 7-day productivity plan. If you missed it, then you can get the replay and a copy of that plan. So just reach out to Katie Kreider. She'll make sure to get you that replay if you did not get a chance to see it and you feel like that would be helpful for you. Second announcement is in the month of April, we are doing a special Marco Polo group. So I sent out a blast email earlier this week, but it's not too late to jump in. So we're going to be focusing on movement this month, which is what we're going to talk about in a second on this call. But if you would like to join this movement accountability group in Marco Polo, Coach Sam is going to be leading it. And so hop in, look for that email from me and then you can get added to the group. If you can't find it, let us know or let your coach know and we will add you. But this Marco Polo group is cool for a couple of reasons. One, we're all in different Marco Polo groups. This gives you a chance to meet other people. And then two, it gives you an opportunity to ask for support and accountability around a goal for the month of April. And so this could be anything from walking to moving more around your house to a workout that you want to follow through on, or just in general, you want some like motivation and community around movement. And so hop into that Marco Polo group if that would be helpful for you. It'll be just for the month of April. So it'll be a short-term group, and after April, it'll go away. But if you guys like these short-term groups, then we'll do this again around different topics. So tonight's topic actually is how to get out of a rut if you are like bored with your workouts, or if you're just bored with the idea of working out. Now, this may not apply to you if you've never been bored with working out. But I'll tell you one thing, even when you're in a good groove of consistency, so you're doing things consistently, sometimes it can feel boring when you're doing something over and over again. I mean, we don't want to do the same routine over and over again, so don't get me wrong. But let's just say that you've been consistently working out for 6 or 8 or 9 months, and it feels like, I'm just doing the thing, but I could really use some, pep in my step. I need something. What we don't want to do is just stop doing the workouts because we've created this habit. But what do we do if we're kind of like bored with it, or we just need to like spice things up? And so that's what we want to talk about on this call. First things first, if you aren't consistent in working out yet, the first and most important rule is to find something you actually enjoy or that you dislike the least. So if you want to work out, there is no and you're not consistent right now, the worst thing you can do is pick something that you hate, because you're not going to go. So if you have hated dancing your entire life, Zumba is not going to be step one for you. But if you love dancing and that seems like, you know what, that would be fun, it wouldn't even feel like workout, that's where you would start. So I just want to start with that. If you are not consistent yet, you got to pick something you actually like. But even if you are being consistent and maybe you're just in a groove, maybe finding something to mix in there that you really enjoy, that is fun, is a way to kind of break up the monotony. Another thing to do is if you are consistent, like say, for example, you like CrossFit, or you like a boot camp class, or you like something you're going consistently, but you're like, yeah, I could use something to help kind of like put some pep in my step. One of the ways you can do is also pick a milestone or an event. So for example, pick a small CrossFit competition to get ready for, or a 5K walk you could participate in. So now you're not just working out day after day after day, you're actually working towards something like an event, or maybe pick a hike and set a date with some people in your life. And you're like, okay, well, every time that I'm walking on the treadmill, I'm actually preparing for the hike that is, in 6 weeks. So you've got something on the horizon that's going to make it more interesting, more motivating for you. Another important strategy to kind of keep the fun in exercise is music. This one seems obvious, but change your playlist or get a playlist if you don't have one. Working out with music is just one of the things that makes it easier, more fun, better. And if you're not doing it, this is like the lowest hanging fruit for sure. 2 more strategies around how to like mix it up if you are struggling with like the monotony of exercise, or you just need something different. One would be to attach some sort of game to it. So for example, gamifying anything can make it more fun. So for example, again, like if you didn't have a date that you were working towards, like a goal, there are still ways that you can make things a game. So for example, giving yourselves little intervals of time inside of a workout. So if you're doing something in the garage gym, setting timers can really actually be helpful because it kind of adds a game element to it. Using some sort of structure or strategy. So for example, my mom was telling me about this. She has been working on walking, and she found an app that's kind of like, you pick a destination around the world, and as you're walking, it tells you the equivalent of like the things that you would pass along the way or what you would cover, and it shows you pictures. So it's like, it kind of gamifies your walk. So it's like, oh, from you've actually walked this to this in Italy, but you're walking in your, in your town. So there's little programs or apps like that you can get that make your exercise more of a game. And the last thing, this is the last strategy that I'll give you, and then we'll just open it up for a quick chat, is add some people or change of location into it. You might just be bored with the routine of working out solo or working out in your garage gym, and it might be fun to have a buddy with you or to go somewhere and do it. So instead of it being in the same old place, maybe you take your workout with you and go to the park. Just do something different to break it up. When in doubt, don't change the consistency of it. Just change the variety. If you need it, underline. Do not change anything if it's working for you right now and you like everything as it is. This is specifically for what happens if you get bored or you need to like add a little spice or pick it up a little bit. So what do you guys have as far as thoughts around this topic?
I have lots of stuff to say.
All right, Lisa.
Movement is absolutely my favorite thing. And you made a post recently with me about all the different ways that I've been learning to enjoy my movement. And I was like beating myself up the other day because I didn't feel like I got movement on the weekend. And then I was like, wait a minute, I roller skated for 2 hours. But it was so fun. So finding fun movement sometimes so that it doesn't always feel like work.
Yep. Number one is fun when possible. Make it at least not torture.
Yeah.
If it can't be fun, then not torture.
I think too, I hope you can hear me because my kids are loud, but along the same lines as fun is a lot of times people who haven't done movement and they're like, I just don't like movement. Keep looking, keep trying to find the thing that you like, and you don't have to be perfect at it. It's okay to be new at it. And like you said, like take somebody with you, but if you can't take somebody with you, take us with you. Send us a Marco Polo and say, I'm going to go try this thing. I'm super nervous. And like, I don't know how I feel about it, but I really want to go do it. Because if that's the thing that you actually end up falling in love with movement wise, it was worth it. All the nerves were worth it.
It's so true, Amy. And I love that you say, take us with you, because you have literally like a squad in your pocket. Yes. And you should try it. It's so funny. People have tried new things that they never thought that they would like. And all of a sudden now they're doing the new thing, like a kickboxing class or a Muay Thai class or a swimming class or a rollerblading class or whatever. It could be totally outside of your normal, and it might end up being the thing that just clicks for you and makes it fun. I love that. Good advice, Amy.
I got one too, Christy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I never knew what CrossFit was, and I was looking for something different, and I just gave it a try. And I ended up loving it. So I know it sounds intimidating. I honestly didn't even know what it was. I just went blindly to like a class that was 6 weeks long, and I love the variety of it. But even after having done that for so many years, this last 6 months, I was looking for something different to increase cardio. And I knew I probably needed to like up my walking to maybe a little bit of a jog or a run. or something. And I was finding myself not very motivated. So one of the things that I did was in our Facebook community, I just put a little note out there that said, hey, anyone local to like Lake Stevens that's looking for a walking / walk jog partner, let me know. And it was really nice. Amy reached out to me because her and a couple of the Fitme women were meeting at her house in the mornings to do some strength training. And I hooked up with one of the Fitme gals, Laura Lynn, and she committed. She's like, well, I can't do it, but I can commit 2 days a week. So her and I meet up at 6:30 in the morning twice a week, and we kind of walk / jog, and we go for about 3 miles. It's awesome. And it just completely changed things up. And because she's going to show up in my driveway, I'm up and ready to go.
That's so good. I mean, it takes like the accountability buddy plus making it more fun and doing something different. Like you said, it hits 3 of those. So that's really good. I was going to tell you guys the story, and it's almost like a perfect way to end, because I feel like this is the maybe unsaid thing about movement in our exercise. So speaking of planting things, and I know we were talking about planting snap peas earlier for Natika and gardening. And P.S. Natika, Virginia said that she's a first-time gardener, and her sugar snap peas are out of control. So they are an easy one to win. I planted a flower. It's kind of a viney flower a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, in my raised garden beds. It's called clematis, and they kind of look like tropical flowers, but they're viney. And I planted it there almost 2 years ago, and it really wasn't thriving. Though nothing I could do. I gave it its own special pot. It was all set up and perfect, and I thought it was going to kill it. And it didn't die, but it was just barely doing anything. And I almost forgot about it, to be honest, because it just wasn't doing much. Well, last year I didn't plant my raised beds because we had the puppies and they were destroying things, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I had bought a raspberry plant from the store on discount at the end of the season, and I didn't plant it in its forever spot. I just threw it in the raised bed and I forgot about it. And it probably was a stick at the time. I just stuck it in there so it wouldn't die. So this spring, I've gone out there, and this raspberry, and if you live in the Pacific Northwest with blackberries and raspberries, they're nuts. Or even in up in the Michigan area, raspberries go crazy. Well, this raspberry plant has completely overtaken this area of my garden. It's grown all over, and it's going to be epic. And damned if that clematis didn't kick it into gear, because this raspberry tried to squash it. So now this clematis that hasn't done anything in 2 years is growing like crazy. And it's the most bizarre thing. I honestly think it took the challenge of the raspberry trying to take over the whole area, me ignoring it. It's like it took all the ideal circumstances away from this stupid clematis, ignored it. Raspberry tried to kill it, and the challenge made it grow. And I know this is like one of those stories, but like sometimes it doesn't need to be for your workouts or your movement to like spice it up and really stick for you. Pick something that challenges you, because once you start to grow and thrive and really push yourself, it gets more fun. And as you start to become different with the challenge, you become stronger, you become more capable, and the workouts themselves become different. So if you're really bored, it might be it's too easy for you right now, and it's time to get something that's actually challenging. So I wanted to kind of wrap up with that little story, and I'll keep you guys posted on the clematis and the raspberry, but they're both kicking butt. Well, guys,
the clematis and the raspberry sounds like start to a children's book. The clematis and the raspberry.
The clematis and the raspberry.
Make sure you post pictures.
It is. It's just a good reminder. Sometimes you can't even just make this shit up. It's just for real. Like, I'm just like, why? Until this thing was challenged, it didn't do anything. So the clematis.
Kinda cool.
Yeah, the tortoise and the hare or something. well, guys.
There's something that the raspberry bush gives off.
Sarah, don't put some not.
Sorry, was that not going with what I wanted?
Don't kill the thing, Sarah.
I'll mute myself.
Yeah. Don't change the moral of the story, Sarah, with some sort of garden science. That's not what I read into it. So, well, guys, I'm pumped that you were here for the call. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have a great week. I want you to touch base with your coach specifically on this topic. If you're not a part of that movement group, you need to spice it up a little bit. Jump in that Marco Polo group. That'll be a good way to step outside of your comfort zone. If you need a buddy so that you can try something new, something challenging, something fun, remember you've got a squad behind you, literally in your pocket. So take your coach with you or your people and try the new thing and see if you like it. So have a fantastic week, guys. If you need anything, just reach out. Next week will be pre-recorded because I'll be traveling. So then I will talk to you guys the week after. Bye, guys. See ya.